Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and if you're new, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help the channel out with the YouTube algorithm. And today we're going to be having a look at the new kid on the block. It's a chain lube, it's a dry chain lube, and it's by Supa. So it's the new kid on the block. So let's do this thing. So this chain lube has just recently been released. It's the dry chain lube. You also get a wet chain lube, and you get mineral oils for your brakes. And it's made by the same guy who sold me my power meter. I'll leave the link to that at the top here. It's Barend from SingleTrack. So let's head over to the workbench and have a closer look. So having a look at the container, this one I've got is the standard 125 milliliters, and it cost me 100 Rand. So that's about 25 Rand cheaper than its competitor. It's obviously just got the applicator built into it here, the normal dripper. Now this, just for interest's sake, let's see if this can actually fit the lubricator applicator. And as you can see, here's the applicator here. And that will definitely not fit without some sort of an adapter or something, or unless you pour this out into the lubricator applicator like that, and then you can use obviously this dry lube onto that one. So I think maybe in the next versions of this bottle they should maybe rethink this lid over here so they can take the applicator directly without having to decant it into the applicator that comes with the lubricator itself. I mean, that'll be quite nice the way they did it on the Smooth. Okay, let's head over to the bike and let's see how we quickly apply this to the actual chain itself. It does have directions at the back. You must just vigorously shake the container before using it, obviously just to get it in. You mustn't freeze the contents. Obviously you shouldn't be drinking this sort of stuff. And yes, it's a wax-based lubricant, as is most dry lubes. So when you apply the lube, you apply it to the inside of the chain, not the top of the chain, so that gravity can pull the lube into the rollers. As I'm not using the applicator, I'll just apply the lube to each link. As you can see, it goes on quite easily. It's not very thick, so it'll allow it to run in quite easily. I normally just rub it in like that a bit. It's probably overdoing it. But apply it to each little link. So guys, maybe a quick thing, the difference between dry lube and wet lube. Dry lube is more wax based like this one, and the wet lube is an oil type lube. And the difference, or the intended use for the one compared to the other one, the dry lube is for dry conditions, as it implies, dusty, that type of conditions. But if you go through water, crossing rivers, it can wash off, and that's where the wet lube comes in. So if it's rainy, muddy, you should actually use a wet lube and not a dry lube. As you can see, the lube goes on pretty easy. It's like a standard dry lube. And you should obviously only apply it to a clean chain. Don't go riding, put it on again, go riding again. You should clean your chain, your whole drive chain, and then put it on again. Obviously, this is going to give you your best results. And put it on, leave it for an hour as per the instructions, let it dry out, and then ride. Or if you want to put a second application, put it on, let it dry out for an hour, and then put the second application. I've seen so many guys that rock up in the parking lot putting lube on their chains and then going riding. That's not going to work. The stuff's just going to fling off, and it's not going to give you the results that you want. So please follow the instructions for the best results. And then obviously I should mention maybe at the beginning of the video, I did buy this lubrication myself. So these are my own opinions. And I obviously wish Barend all the best in his new venture, and I'm sure it's going to be a big success. So guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.